Alrighty, it is live streaming time. Let's see. Let me get my phone set up so I can actually see the live chat. There we go. Live chat. All right. All right, we are good to go. So, I got a package today. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you all survived the eclipse, those of you who are living in the United States of America. All right, yes, this is a resin kit from China, because everything from China comes in this weird green seaweed paper. This isn't going to be a long video. I'm basically just going to be opening this up and showing off the two kits that are inside, so won't be around for long because it's actually getting close to my dinner time and I'm very hungry. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I put like a million layers of tape on this. Okay. Let's see. Oh, lovely. E2046 has decided to put my name and address on the inside of the box as well. So let me just scribble that out with a Sharpie real quick. Actually, my Sharpie is not very good, so I'll just cut this off with a hobby knife. Don't want any crazy people showing up at my house unexpectedly, you know. Okay, that's better. It's actually two boxes that are taped together. That's just sort of the way E2046 does things. That's how my Mercurius and V8 resin kits were. Anyway, these are actually both the exact same kit. I ordered two of them. It's a small kit. It's 1:144 scale. I'm going to move this guy over here. But it's a very cool kit. I pre-ordered this like a year ago. Not even kidding. This kit came out at the C3 hobby convention in Japan last year, and E2046 had a recast for pre-order, and for whatever reason they didn't get around to shipping them until this summer. I've heard from a couple people that received theirs like back in July, or I think one person even received theirs in like June, but I didn't get mine until August. So I'll get this out of here. Anyway, this is a Gundam Wing resin kit. Open this up. This is a 1:144 scale Virgo. And this is not the B Club kit. B Club, which is owned by Bandai, which sadly is not in business anymore, made a 1:144 scale Virgo back in the 90s. But this is not it. This is actually a little complex to explain. Well, not really complex, but whatever. Let's see, E2046 business card. Never gotten one of those before. Anyway, back in last year, C3, a modeler in Japan. That's what C3 is. Basically, it's a convention of modelers where they, like just individual people like you and me, will scratch build a kit and then make a bunch of resin recasts of the kit, take it to C3 and sell it. Originally, this was a very small conversion kit for the 1:144 scale Mercurius and V8 kits that came out back in the 90s. But E2046 went ahead and recast all of the Mercurius and V8 parts that were needed for the conversion kit and included those. So that essentially makes this a full resin kit. So I won't need the plastic Mercurius and V8 kits because this is now a full 1/144 scale Virgo kit. First thing I'm noticing off the bat, this is white resin. I've never gotten a kit from E2046 that was molded in white resin before, so that's kind of odd. But let's look at the casting quality, because that's really the important thing here. Let's see. As far as I can tell, everything looks like it's decent casting quality. Everything looks relatively sharp and well made. Usually when you get like the first run of a recast, the casting quality will be pretty good. That was the case with my Mercurius and V8 resin kits. The casting quality on those was really, really nice because it was the first cast of those. And I think that's probably the same case here because these parts look really, really clean. I don't see any imperfections at all. Even these parts that you can see were obviously plastic or recasts of the plastic parts from the original Mercurius and V8 kits are recast very, very nicely. So a lot of people give E2046 crap because a lot of times they do have really bad casting quality, and I've gotten a couple casts from E2046 that haven't been very good. But the last few that I've gotten have actually been really, really good quality, and thankfully this is one of those kits that's good quality. Here's the parts list, and unfortunately one of the things that E2046 tends to do is they'll give you a parts list in the form of a photo of the parts from the actual kit, but they won't give you any instructions. So there are no instructions for this kit. Thankfully, this kit is such a small, relatively simple kit that I can pretty much know where all these parts go. I mean, I've built the Mercurius and V8 before, so I'm familiar with that kit. And I know the Virgo like the back of my hand because I scratch built one a few years ago. So I'm not really too worried about the fact that this doesn't have instructions because I can figure out where everything goes. For someone who might not be as familiar with the Virgo, that may be more of a problem. So just sort of keep that in mind. I wish E2046 would be more consistent with their quality. Their quality control could just definitely use some work. Because when their quality control is really good, it's really good. But when it's really bad, it's really bad. So, but like I said, here lately, the last few years, they have been pretty good with the kits that I've received from them. So this is basically the exact same kit. And I ordered two of them because they were actually really cheap. This kit was only, I think, like the pre-order price was like $12. And the, I think if you buy it now that it's already in stock, it's like $17. Still, $17 for a 1/144 scale resin kit is a steal. I mean, most high grades cost more than $17. So, I don't even know. This may be the cheapest resin kit I've ever bought, actually. So, definitely, if you like the Virgo, go to E2046 and see if they still have these in stock, because definitely a cheap little Virgo kit that you can get for a really, really good price. Let's see. Oh, apparently, quality control checked twice by, I guess, employee number 1 and employee number 22. So that's good to know. I bought two of these not only because of the price, but uh, namely because I just wanted to do two different color schemes. I feel like the first one I'll probably do in the original black and red color scheme, but the second one I'm not really sure. I'm thinking I might do like a digital camo, like a realistic digital camo like you would see on Modern Military. Uh, so I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the paint job on the second Virgo. Anyway, it looks like you guys are pretty much talking amongst yourselves in the group chat here. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much. I actually kind of feel bad for making such a short live stream. I could have just done this like in a I got a package today video. But oh, one thing I did want to mention is that there's actually one thing in this kit that's not accurate. The side skirt armor right here. This is the side skirt from Mercurius and V8, and the Virgo actually has different side skirts, and it's not really E2046's fault. It's the fault of the guy that originally made the conversion kit, because as you can see from this photo here, it's got the Mercurius and V8 side skirts. So I don't know if he just ran out of time before C3 and just said, screw it, I'm just going to sell it without the right side skirts, or if he just plain forgot. I don't know, but me being a perfectionist, that's something that I won't be able to let stand, so I'll have to modify these side skirts. Luckily, I mean, it's not very much modification I'll need to do. The top part is relatively the same. It's just this bottom part where it's flared out here on the two sides. The bottom part is shaped differently on the Virgo, so I'll just have to modify that. Plus, it's hollow on the bottom, being a recast from the little 1:144 scale plastic kit. So I'll definitely want to try to add some detail up under there, like some vents or something, kind of like I did on my scratch built 1:100 scale Virgo. Let's see, how has progress been on my master grade Wing Zero? It's at the exact same point that you guys saw it last time, which was like almost 2 years ago, I guess. It's been sitting in its box ever since. Like I've told several people who have asked, I will finish Master Grade Proto Zero eventually. It'll just be whenever I get to it, whenever I feel like working on it. So, right now my full attention is on this 1/60th scale Wing Gundam that I'm trying very, very hard to finish by October for GBWC. So, after that, I mean, I don't plan on working on Proto Zero after this Wing Gundam, but maybe I might mess around with Proto Zero sometime next year. So a request to see my 1/60th scale Wing Gundam. It's not in one piece right now. Unfortunately, I have not had a lot of time to work on it this week, so I haven't gotten a whole lot done, but here's something that I would like to show you. I've started on the Buster Rifle. This is the basic structure here. This is the Proto Zero. I'm actually not using these hands because, well, the last live stream I showed off where I had scratch built new hands. So, but anyway, this is the basic structure of the Buster Rifle. I'm using the Master Grade Buster Rifle as a reference, and pretty much just copying the parts onto graph paper, and then making sure all of the angles and the lengths of the sides are right, and then scaling that up to 1/60th scale, and then cutting that out, tracing it on a plot plate, and then cutting out those pieces of plot plate and using that to build the 1/60th scale version. So that's going to go together something like that. And here's the barrel, and that's going to be going in there. So It's in the beginning stages of the Buster rifle. I did cut out these little vents right here. That's something I pretty much had to do right at the beginning, because that would have been a huge pain in the butt to do later on. And the only part I'm using from the 1/60 scale Wing Zero kit is obviously the handle here. So I'm still going to make these little circular things, and I've got to make a bunch of like detail stuff around here in the center. So it's coming along. I actually don't think this will take too awfully long. Now that I've got this basic structure done, I'm basically just going to be building on top of this. So hopefully the beam rifle shouldn't take too awfully long. What are my plans for Heavy Arms Custom? I'm assuming you mean the Master Grade. It's going to be done up very, very similar to the Ultron that I just finished. Will I do a Ultron Glory of the Losers version? No, probably not. I mean, I like the Glory of the Losers versions are kind of cool, but I mean, I don't have any intention of going out and rebuying all those Master Grades just to do the Glory of the Losers versions. I'm fine with the Endless Waltz versions. What's the width of ply plate I use for the rifle? This is all 1mm ply plate. I know that's not even, and I gotta fix that with putty, so forgive me for that. This is a little bit more attractive. Anyway, basically using 1mm ply plate for scratch building all of this, and I'll use 0.5 millimeter for detail stuff like this little indentation right here. That's in 0.5 millimeter. And then for really fine details, like just on the surface, I'll use 0.3 millimeter. Will my work in progress for the heavy arm show how I did the masking for the light green on the shoulders? I can't remember if I actually like showed myself doing the masking, but I did show myself painting the masking. So, I mean, it's really not that hard. You just get little strips of masking tape and put it along those stripes on the shoulder armor, and there you go. That's all there is to it. What's the best way to make the edges of ply plate smooth after cutting? This thing right here. This is a sanding block that I actually made myself out of ply plate. I used to have one that was like some kind of little Gunpla freebie part separator that I got in some Master Grade a few years ago. But this is essentially the same thing. It's a piece of ply plate. You just take a piece of sandpaper and wrap it around it. And let's see. Here's a piece of ply plate right here. And then you can just sand the edges smooth like that. Pretty much how I do it. Samuel Trejo, yes, you did miss the package. But if you want to see it, it is a 1/144 scale Virgo resin kit. What should you do if your plastic cement doesn't fuse the ply plate? Make sure you're using the right kind of ply plate and plastic cement, because I've not heard of that happening. If you're using regular plastic cement and polystyrene ply plate, then it should cement it together, no problem. What's with the cat noises in the recent videos? I moved in with my girlfriend about 7 months ago, and she has 2 cats. So from here on out, if you hear any cats meowing in my videos, that's why. What am I hoping the new HDUC kit is? I don't know. I would like a revived Zaku, but I think with us getting so many Origin Zakus lately, I don't think a revived Zaku is very likely. So I honestly don't know. The little Japanese text on the the little teaser they gave us said the Knight of Xeon. And the Knight of Xeon is the Gion, and we already got a revive Gion, so it can't be that. We already got a revive Goof, so it can't be that. I have no idea. I really don't. So, like, I have things that I would like to see in HUC, but I have no idea what this kit will actually be that they announce next weekend. So, I think that's just about it. I really don't have anything else to show you guys. I'm just sort of answering questions at this point. Sorry, this was sort of a short live stream, but I think sometime in the near future, when I'm a little bit further along with this Wing Gundam, I'll do a live stream where I'm just like actually working on a kit, scratch building some of these parts. So that'll be a little bit longer one. That'll be, I don't know, like maybe an hour or 2 hours, something like that. Maybe I'll even have another Gunpla YouTuber on with me. So that about does it for this live stream. And with that, I will see you guys next time.